So, quick little intro before we get started with the video. As you can see, made it to Div 1. I'm about to show you the gameplay and the 2 matches that I played to take me there. And if you want to check my tactics and formation and how I got you, we're going to show it now. Well, I'm going to show it now. So I play on the ultra attacking because it just makes more sense because basically it's ultra attacking. So firstly we started with the formation 4-3-2-1. Yeah, so then what I would recommend is Haaland is a good striker in this, but there's a but. He's good because he's strong and he can play off the defender, like just body them and then pass to Son or Cole and then make a run in behind. But if you can get someone that's also strong but can also pass, that would be better, because Haaland can't really pass, so sometimes he does struggle there sometimes, especially with passing. So yeah, you don't need the fastest player there, it would help, but as long as they're lengthy, that should be fine. And then how I like to play in this one, you're gonna see because of the tactics, I'll just show you there. What you'll want is a CDM in the middle, that's like obvious. On the left side, I actually play Toni Kroos. He has like 50 something or 60 pace. You might be like, oh, he's so bad, but he's actually lengthy. So he's actually really good. He can catch up to Vinicius Jr. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, and I also just love him as a player, so it was just fun to use him because he can pass like Toni Kroos. 98 pass accuracy, I swear. And then so yeah, you're gonna see this is more like a deep lying playmaker type, even though you don't use the deep lying playmaker instruction. So yeah, he's on stay back anyway. And then Valverde is the one that makes the runs in, like he's the more attacking one, because he has so much stamina that he can just dominate the midfield. And Conte is just Conte. Not much needs to be said about Conte. Cole is one of the attackers I was like struggling to use at first. But then I realized it was explosive, so I just changed it to controlled. Controlled is way better than explosive acceleration. And yeah, so now I actually find him more useful because he does have the passing, dribbling, and his long shots are pretty cool. Especially when you're trying the Trivela, the outside foot shot from outside the box. Since they haven't patched that, it's still OP, and I love using him for that. And then unfortunately, you're gonna need fullbacks that have pace. Let's say like 85 plus, and that have a lot of stamina. And you're gonna see why now. Because in the instructions, so let's start with the fullbacks since we're on them. The fullbacks are on balanced and overlap, and that does mean that they're going to run up. They're going to attack. And you're gonna see if you use this tactics and formation, your fullbacks are basically gonna be like wide wingers. Like they'll always provide width on the wing, and they'll actually make runs in behind. Like Moreno here is also on balance and overlap, and he's more attacking than Mendy. Mendy is better than him. I did have Mendy, so I just sold him and Van Dijk because their market price just crashed horribly, and I needed coins. So yeah, so then Alex Moreno is actually so underrated. He's so good. I recommend him. Just change his explosive acceleration to controlled, and you'll be sorted. So yeah, there on balance overlap, your center back's on balanced for everything, but your keepers actually come crosses and sweeper keeper. I actually find this helps so much more because I don't have to manually bring up my keeper sometimes for a corner or something like that. And sweeper keeper is just better on one-on-one. You'll make more saves. Your probability is higher that you'll save. And then, so here you just want your attacking midfielder. So either the left or the right. I just prefer the right because it's Valverde and he has a right foot. I like my right footers on the right. That's how I play. And then yeah, so he's just on getting to the box, balance attacking, support and cover center. Conte, cover center. And Conte's on stay back, a cover center, that's all. Tony Kroos, because he's not the fastest and he doesn't have that much stamina, he throws him as the more defensive and actually does a solid job. So he's on stay back and cover center, the same as Conte. And you might wonder why all three on cover center. Maybe you're wondering if the fullbacks on get forward. If I must be honest, when I was using them on cover wing, which I did use them on before, these two, the right mid and the left mid, I don't know, they weren't, well, the midfield wasn't compact, if that makes sense, because like when you keep it on cover center, even though your fullbacks go up, these three just stay there. So even when people attack, if you have fast and high stamina fullbacks, you will be able to like close them down in time and your midfield will be packed. And how it gets packed is when you're going to see with our tactic, we play a pressure tactic. And you might wonder why we're playing a pressure tactic. Well, I'll explain. And then, okay, so then just lastly, so striker balanced everything. Your wingers balanced everything. But so choose either right wing or left wing, the more defensive winger. The one that has like a high medium work rate or high. I'd say they should, or even like a Dalma Traore, to be honest, because his runs, because he's so fast, he like just breaks the AI of the defenders. But yeah, so then he'll be on comeback on defense, so then you'll actually have like 4 people in defense when you're defending. It's just so weird that it's so good. That's the only way I can explain it. And like he'll make runs from deep, so the defenders aren't really expecting it. So the AI doesn't really know how to like counter it. Or even the guy, like the player, your opposition won't see like Cole making the run. So sometimes it'll throw them off. And that's really, I find it really useful. And then on either your right mid, well, your right wing or your left wing, choose the more attacking one should be unbalanced for everything. So that would be Son for me. And then, yes, so tactics. Finally into the tactics. Probably should have done it first, but I was too busy explaining everything. I get caught up. But yeah, so defensive style press after possession loss. But you might wonder, this is after the patch. I'm recording this and uploading, so this is after the patch they sent out. And I know they did patch or nerf pressure tactics, but to be honest, I wasn't seeing it, and you're going to see in the gameplay. My players by halftime were still in green. It might have not been dark green, but like Tony Kroos doesn't have a lot of stamina, but he was still in green. And that's pretty good, because I expect that by halftime. If they were in orange, I'd be like, oh shit. Or like really, really light green, then I'd be like, oh shit. But they weren't, so they were coping. And it's weird, because they said they nerfed about like 40-something%, like 40%. And I didn't see it. I could see a difference, but not that much of a difference, so I don't think you should worry too much. It won't really affect your playstyle, or at least it didn't for me. I can't guarantee anything, but you're gonna see from my gameplay, it didn't really hinder me. I used it, I took a chance, I was like, let me just check. And it helped a lot. So yeah, the press after possession loss. I don't know what the nerf was for, maybe for constant pressure, mainly. That's maybe mainly nerfed. But after press after possession loss, and I'm assuming on heavy touch is also not that bad, because that's not even as hectic as the possession loss one. But yeah, as I was explaining, so with the possession loss, well, your midfield, since you're going to have like 4 in midfield, you're just going to compact that whole midfield. So they are going to be forced to go wide, and that will probably be your weakness. But if you know how to squad press by double tapping L1, double tapping the second man press, you actually get like a team type of press. So do that when they're near your box, and your players will just mark everyone inside the box, so they can't even cut back effectively. And yeah, so it's amazing, because like you'll just get the ball in midfield so quickly sometimes, and you can just counter. But you can be susceptible to other pressure tactics, especially like constant pressure. If someone uses that against you, it'll be difficult. But trust me, these are amazing. I was struggling in Div, I think 3 or 2. Yeah, no, Div 2, you'll see that video. Yeah, there's a video of me not having the greatest day. I just needed one win and everything went to hell. Yeah, so these tactics really did change my life in formation. And then width, we're gonna have for 40, depth 60, boulder play balanced, chance creation, direct passing. Width 45, I always believe that your defensive width should be lower than your attacking width. It just throws the AI off again, the defend more the opposition's AI, because you're like expanding as you're moving forward. Players in the box, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that on 6. And then corners, that's up to you. Free kicks is up to you. But yeah, trust me, you won't go wrong with these tactics as long as you have the right players. And by right players, I only mean in like the fullback position. Other than that, you should be good. Midfield, as long as you have one CDM, an attacking mid, and a more defensive that one can like pass more, then you'll be fine. And yeah, so let's get into the gameplay, and hopefully you can see that it hasn't really been nerfed. Pressure hasn't really been nerfed because I was dominating at some times. So yeah, let's get into it.
And what we have coming up for you is foot rivals action. How's it going to go, Stuart? Well, he has tremendous self-belief, a great attitude, doesn't he, Jean-Pierre Papin? What do you expect to see from him today?
Well, he's a fantastic striker of the ball. He can generate so much pace.
Oh, Stuart, an opportunity! And a goal! 1-0, and what a fast start! And threading it forward. Can he keep his composure? A goal! Real excitement! A back and forth! Now Son. And it might be Toni Kroos. And this time it's in! Has a go. Oh, good save. And fired over by Kroos. And a goal to really bolster things. Holland. Here's Valverde. Holland. In it goes. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. Goal. Son, and a chance for him to nudge in front. Oh, there it is! Superbly read and executed. Federico Valverde. On to Moreno. Might be able to set up the chance. Son. Son. In it goes! Bentancur. Park. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment. Toni Kroos. Here's Valverde. Marcos Llorente. Holland. Can he find the net? And blocked for now. Can he finish? Dangerous ball. Now Trent about it. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Traore. And the turn to Son. Superb block.